Hello there and welcome back to the TheScottReaProject, and today it's all about the pheasants. If you can see down here, Coops, what have we got? My gamekeeping man, come and show them, dude.
We got a nice white pheasant here, nice white cockbird.
Beautiful.
You can see.
Beautiful. And
we have a nice Reeves pheasant.
Great patternation, isn't it?
Lovely Reeves with a superb long tail.
And the rest are?
And the rest are mainly Old English blacknecks, as you can see, nice dark birds. And I think we have a few ringnecks in amongst them, just a few Chinese ringnecks.
How many have we got here altogether, mate?
There's 38 brace here, and we shot 129 yesterday, and the rest of them went to the beaters and the guns.
Right then, we're going to get on preparing these, and the video you'll see later is how to prepare a pheasant the easy way. So on to preparing our pheasants. Now there's several ways you can do your pheasant. There's the dry pluck, which is great if you've got one or two, you know, take your time. The thing with plucking a pheasant is the skin on the breast is so thin that you're likely to get tears, but you know, if you're just doing one or two, just take your time. But the second method is wet plucking, which is what I'm going to show you today, which is just absolutely genius. And then obviously the third method is skinning. Now I know a lot of people don't agree with skinning the bird. They think the bird's better with the skin on. Personally, I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I've got quite a few videos with pheasant dishes when they were skinned and they came out absolutely perfect. But today I'm going to show you the genius method of wet plucking, and I tell you, it will blow you away so quick. But there's a few things you've got to keep in mind when we do it, but I shall talk about that as we go through the process. Right, I'm going to put the camera down on the block. Let's get doing this. Prepared to be amazed, my friends. So again, I've been spoiled, as you saw at the start of this video, by my gamekeeping game guru, Coops. Lovely selection of pheasants we got here. We've got, like he said, the Old English blackneck cockbird. That is just a stunning bird. Look at that white pheasant. You will get fined on a shoot if you shoot one of these. I don't know who did this, but we won't talk about it. Next, my favourite, the patternation on this Reeves pheasant, like Coop showed us, with that extra long tail. Stunning bird. Good old ringneck cockbird, and then we've got just a hen bird. Right, I am going to show you the best method for plucking a pheasant. It really is an amazing method. Now, you out there, you folks, if you've ever skinned a pheasant, how easy it is, plucking, a different ball game. When I was starting to do this, you know, the frustration of trying to pluck and then tearing the skin. This method is genius. It works on a scalding process. Water will scald at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you was to plunge your hand, I know this isn't very good, into 130 degrees Fahrenheit water for 30 seconds, it will scald you. And that is the principle we are using with this beautiful pheasant. Okay then, a few things we need to do to the bird. If you can see the pheasant wing, first joint there, second joint's in there, in with a knife. You can see that's just straight through the joint. Get your knife under it, wing off. Same with this other one, first joint, second joint, that flap of skin, snap, as you can see there, knife in, off. Again, with its neck, cut it a decent length, leave a bit on because we're going to truss it, and then just pull out the tail feathers. Now the fun begins. So you saw earlier I had my water on my camping stove. I've heated it to 130, I mean 140, 150 max, but please don't leave it anymore, you will be cooking it. So Fezzy goes in by its feet or its neck, and 30 seconds you want to be counting. I won't leave the camera rolling, trust me. So after 30 seconds, lift it out, let the water drain off. and in again for another 30 seconds. And then out again. Just let that water completely drain off. What you're doing is warming up the body so they shall pluck easily, and another 30 seconds. Just talk amongst yourselves, folks. I adore Central Parking for how you tore your dress. What a mess. I confess. That's not all. I've got to get out more. Got to get out more. Anyway, that's 30 seconds, so we're going to let that completely drain. Now this is where you have to work quick. But you just watch this. Round the wings. They start coming off straight away. You're just going down the back. And like I said, if you're doing one or two, it's fine dry plucking. But if you've got loads to do, this is the method you want to be using. And as you can see, it's working brilliant. And if you have trouble with any stubborn ones, look at it coming away from the poop chute. Just going over that thigh. And you will get some tricky ones, but the trick is to hold that piece of flesh between your two hands like tweezers and then pull them out. But you want to work quite fast. As you can see, genius. And if the body starts getting a little bit cold, just dunk it in for a few seconds. You don't want to be cooking this beauty if you want to keep them. Normally the tricky part is over that breast and the wings. But you can see how easy that is. And that is not a trick of the camera, that is the genius method. Round to the neck. Just look how easy that's coming away. Over to the top of the breast. And I will show you what I mean. So if you've got some feathers there on the breast, almost pinch underneath it. And if you have to take them out one at a time, so be it, especially if it's been shot in the breast. Just take your time. You know, you will get a few tears, but not as many as if you were to dry pluck this beauty. Right, I don't think you need to see any more. So I'm just finishing off these legs then. I've just dipped it for another 10 seconds. Just judge it, you know. We're just warming up the body so these pluck quickly. So if it's a bigger cockbird, you know, just keep an eye on it. You know, do the 90 seconds. And then if you're a bit slower, you know, just take your time. Just give it a dip for 10 or 15 seconds. But here, you know, the problem area with plucking a pheasant, I'm holding that skin and just pulling them out one at a time. But this really hasn't took very long at all. So after a bit of fettling then, I am a pheasant fettler. I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son. Try saying that 5 times when you've had 10 pints. Anyway, that's what it should look like. Like I said, be careful where the shot damage is. That can't be out. That's just the way it goes, but a fantastic job. And how easy was that? Right, let's carry on and prepare this then. What we need to do then is take these legs off. So I'm going to give it a nick either side, and you snap it, and holding onto that drumstick, just wind it round and give it a pull, and out come the tendons. I used to love this when I was a kid. Right, next one. Same. Bend, as you can see. Twist it round. Got a bit of a bust leg, that one. But that's what game is all about. It's not farmed, it's wild, so it's not going to be perfect. Next, we are going to remove the guts. Now, I'm just going to put a little nick in there. Get your finger in. 2 fingers. You want to follow up into the breastbone. Be careful if there's any snapped bones. Right to the back, where you can feel the neck down the bottom. And then either side of that backbone in one movement, out comes all the goodies. There's your liver, if you want to save your livers for game terrines, and your heart. So once we got the insides out, then just check, get your hands in along that backbone, check if there's any lungs left in there. You will see them in a minute, pink fluffy things. Now I've got them all out, that's good. And then turn your fezzy over, just the skin, there's your neck, and then with your neck is the windpipe. Just pull that out. And that is your pheasant, plucked and gutted. Now you can go over, if they've been hanging for a while, and just trim up any of the dodgy bits. I'm going to just shorten that neck by just cutting through it. And then we'll truss that, and the job's a good one. So to truss this beautiful bird, then cut yourself some butcher's twine under the drumsticks like that. Pull it together. Now go over one again. I know this looks fiddly, over another, but once you've got it, you're done. Under the wings, and that bit of neck we left long at the back, if you can see there, we are just going to tie a knot, just a normal knot, nothing fancy, and we are going to pull it together and tie it off. Come on. And then just give it a bit of a shape, and there you have one skinned, one gutted, one oven ready pheasant. So the wet plucking method, just look at the finish on that. Absolutely amazing. And obviously with it being wet plucked, just get that on a plate in the fridge, that will dry out, but it's an absolutely stunning finish. Great British game at its best, almost professional. And to be honest, even if I was just preparing one or two, I think this is the way forward. I was going to do a dry plucking video, but this is far easier and you're guaranteed a good finish. Just take your times, just watch yourselves going over the breasts and down the sides, but it's way easier. And if you've liked what you've seen here today on the Scott Reed Project, please click subscribe down there somewhere. Also find me on Facebook at Scott Reed, the Scott Reed Project, and also on Twitter at the Scott Reed Project. But just check the icons down there, click on them, and you will find me, and like it and share it with your friends. Well, that was how to prepare a pheasant part 1. Plucking. Next time we will be doing skinning. Now, I know a lot of the diehards don't agree with the skinning, but to be honest, if you've got 5 or 6 or maybe 10, skin it is the easiest way. I've got some great dishes with skinned birds, and that will be coming next time. So, I'm going to get this chilled and I'm going to get it cooked. See you again sometime. Take care.